welcome back to another new comic book day review by Sparks Comics here. Just want to dive straight into everything this week. Not as much as I've had in past weeks. This will be a quicker video, but a lot of cool things this week that have been going on. So let's start with some ongoing series from Marvel. Last book for Ant-Man, this was number 5. Pretty cool story about Ant-Man and his daughter, Cassie. So if you are a fan of Ant-Man or even the Young Avengers, want to read something about Cassie, I definitely recommend checking this series out. It's been pretty cool. Sad to see this one end, but it ends at a good place and leaves the door open for future continuation of that story. Spider-Woman number 3. If you're not reading Spider-Woman, you should be, because this, as much as Thor had some awesome stuff today, Spider-Woman had a pretty cool reveal at the very end. So check this out. Also, Spider-Woman fighting dinosaurs. I mean, come on. So that's Spider-Woman and Ant-Man, some Marvel books, and then I've got some Empire tie-in books that I'm reading. So there was a Swordsman tie-in talking about the Kotati that had essentially taken over the body of the Swordsman. And it's a cool like father-son story. And how Kwai, I don't know how to say his name, but his son, how he's really where he's gotten to within the Empire story and why he is so bent on revenge and the Kotati, becoming who they are. So it's a cool story. X-Men Empire tie-in number 404 ties this story up very nicely. Lots of cool things going on in this one. This has probably been my favorite Empire miniseries. Outside of just the main event, this miniseries has been probably the best thing that come out of Empire, so that was pretty cool. And then Captain Marvel number 20 with this really badass cover here. I didn't get number 19, so I didn't 100% see all that led up to this, but I'll be hunting down actually 18 and 19. I want to see what's going on with her half-sister, I believe, just to find out more about that. It's been pretty interesting though, and the tie-in with Empire and Carol, being who she is, it's been pretty good. So outside of the 2 big books that I got this week, that's it for this week's Marvel books. Something else that I found this week, and I realized later I have this on pre-order, so I should get this anyways, but the second print of Something's Killing the Children, number 7. And so 1, super cool cover, but 2, if any of you guys out there are fans of Wind, the new series by Boom, number 7 has a Wind preview in it. And so if you're speculating on something for Wind besides the number 1 and some of those covers, this would be a good one to pick up. From what I understand, the second print for this seemed like it got announced late with the FOC cut off. So there may be a lower print run on that. Usually tends to be a lower print run on second prints anyways. So cool cover, low print run potentially, and a Wind preview. Awesome book. I love Wind. I've been reading that. Can't wait for book number 3 to come out. So cool pickup for the week. I missed picking up some of the 7 Secrets variants last week. I just picked up the Virgin cover, and so I wanted to pick up the Secret 7 Secrets cover, and so I figured what better way to reveal what that cover was than right here. I'm gonna open up the poly bag, which I know some people are very anti-doing. So on the back, first of all, looks like this is like the board has a number 1 on it, so first issue. But this also ties in with the 7 secrets. So let's find out. Let's find out what's going on here. Now, if I had more than one of these, I'd probably leave one in the poly bag. I know the bags sometimes can mess up the comics and cause imperfections, creases, that kind of thing. So I think overall, at least for this, it's best to pull it off and find out what's going on underneath. All right. So this is the back. And here's the front. Ooh. That is nice. All right, all right. I am happy I opened that. And so then this still, I'm gonna keep this with it because that's pretty cool. I gotta get one of those, some of those clear boards that Ryan Comic Guy, he uses a lot. But for the meantime, I can slide this behind my board. Keep that sitting in the back, because that's pretty cool too. But now I can enjoy the art on this. Yeah, I'm excited. This has been a really good book. First issue was a pretty fantastic setup for everything. So can't wait for number 2. Can't wait for the rest of this series. It's gonna be good. Before I get to Thor and Venom, which are my big books for the week, I kind of get into that. So, some back issues that I picked up. Silver Surfer Black number 3. That was the only one that I could find for pretty much close to cover price of just the regular covers. I did come across out in the wild Silver Surfer Black number 5 1 in 200 variant, and I'm gonna have to start selling some things because I want to buy that. The art on that is just sick, and so if I can make sure that I get that picked up before it disappears from the LCS, I'm going to do that. The other thing I picked up was the variant for Venom First Host number 3, which is the first appearance of Sleeper. Funny thing, this was $10, and there's no imperfections with it, nothing wrong with it. The regular cover for that was $12, so not sure about the pricing there, but I'll take it. So now, the bigger books for me, my bigger part of my collection. I picked up 3 copies of Venom 26's second print, which this cover is just fantastic. The interior art of Virus and his Goblin Glider and the pumpkin bombs is just amazing. And the second I saw that, I knew that had to go on a cover. They did it. Pretty rad. And then the other Venom book for today, Venom 25's third printing, which features the Carnage versus Venom Dinosaur battle, which is art drawn by Mark Bagley, and his classic style with the lines in the background. It was just phenomenal. I'm not a big fan of having to turn a book on its side in order to display it properly, but oof. So I picked up 3 of that one also because that's just, I love that. Anytime I find art on a cover that I love, I tend to buy a lot of it. With these books, obviously there is the potential for investment with that, potential for those books to spike one day. With 26 not being being Virus's first distributed appearance, but not his actual first appearance, because that's the Free Comic Book Day book. This has potential to do something in the future, especially the way the market's been going recently with second and third prints going through the roof. And though he's on the cover of Venom 26, I still think there's potential in that one. And then Carnage and fighting Venom Dinosaur is just, people are gonna go wild for that. So the last book I have today, I do have some books that will be coming in probably in the next couple days, maybe by Friday, Saturday, hopefully. So when those come in, I'll do another video. But here's Thor number 6, the cover A, which is fantastic on its own, and then the cover B, which was labeled as like the spoiler variant. And so let's talk about this. So if you haven't read Thor number 6, stop watching the video right now. Go read it. Go read it. It is so good. Thor 6 just keeps blowing each issue that Donny Cates has put out is just blowing the next one out of the water. And what he does in this one, I'm about to go into a little bit of spoilers, but he does this. He kills Galactus. And I just, the words aren't coming to me right now, because it was just kind of a jaw-dropping moment. And seems like he's vanquished the Black Winter, but I'm not sure if that's the case. Funny enough, so it's Black Winter, and so after Galactus explodes and destroys the Black Winter, a black snowflake lands on Thor's hand and says, before I go, do you want me to show you how you die? And so Thor's like, of course. Doesn't say it like that, but he's like, yeah, whatever, let's see what happens. And so we're looking at this splash page, which has got to be a second, third print cover at some point. Probably because it's a splash page, we'll either get a wraparound or sideways, like the Carnage and the Venom Dinosaur. But so they're splash page, tons of heroes that are zombies. And who is leading them? Who's standing in the middle of them? But Thanos. Thanos with not an Infinity Gauntlet with the Infinity Stones, but looks like Mjolnir with the Infinity Stones attached to it. And in his right hand, so I'll tell you that Silver Surfer Black, I only had issue 1 and 2, and I didn't get to read the full series, which, kicking myself for that, because now it's harder to find the rest of those books. But I don't really know if the black arm with Silver Surfer is like a gauntlet, or it's part of him, or what the case is there, which I know that's bad. I'm very into all this stuff that Donny Cates is doing, and I missed Silver Surfer Black. But so the other arm of Thanos has this like black thing on it, but it looks more like a gauntlet, or something like that. So somebody tell me what I missed there of what that actually is. But so that's apparently how Thor is to die. But how far in the future is that? Is that an alternate reality? Is that another world? Is the Marvel Zombies Resurrection book going to somehow tie into all of this? I doubt it. But why are we getting zombies and this Thanos that's worthy of Mjolnir? Maybe it's another hammer somehow, but it looked pretty much the same. So crazy crazy book today with Thor 6, and I'm excited to see what happens next. So that's all for today for this week's New Comic Book Day. Please leave some comments, like the video, let me know what you think. Check out other videos that I have put out for the past New Comic Book Days. Let me know what you've gotten in your New Comic Book Day haul this week and what you're looking forward to in the coming weeks. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.